Welcome back to the channel, guys. Here we are with JB from JB Reviews, and we've done a lot of bank stuff on this truck. It's gotten the pedal commander, the Idash Pro, the monster ram, the cold air intake, the rear diff cover, and a couple other goodies here and there. We've done the thermal bypass for the transmission cooler. Eliminates that pesky sticking little valve that likes to overheat your transmission fluid and burn up your transmission. I did have a comment on my video that I did this morning, a guy asking about, does it hurt the transmission now that it stays cooler? And another guy said something about with the Eisen transmissions, they like to run their fluid a little bit hotter than on a 68 RFE. Warm them up a little bit before you tow or getting on it, man. Would you rather have a cooler transmission that you need to warm up a little bit longer, or a transmission that overheats on you when you're towing? That thermal bypass valve eliminates the chance of the thermal valve factory from sticking and causing your transmission to overheat. So there we go. The other couple things that we've added onto this are, you know, pretty inconsequential. We just have a little bit of fun. We did the Banks exhaust. It's the SCR back. But here's a little teaser for you guys. This truck right here, as soon as the Hamilton cam equipment comes in, this is going to be the first one we do the Hamilton cam swap on. It's going to be fun. Plus we got two more getting shipped up out of Colorado that are also getting fleece turbos, coolant bypass systems, and a whole bunch of other goodies. We'll do a lot of videos on that stuff. But this one will be the first one that we get the Hamilton cam swap kit for. So this one has, as you can see, the Banks monster ram. We get a lot of people asking questions about it. Does it work? Yes, it does. It's not just for eliminating that pesky cold air grid heater bolt failure. And remember, guys, there's not one bolt in there that fails. There's two that can fail. The other one you can't even see by doing a wiggle test. So it does not only get rid of the air grid heater, but it improves flow drastically, and it gives you a higher charge of air from the turbo, so that on throttle demand you have a little bit less, you know, turbo spool up time or whatever. And if you notice on here, this little piece right here that says Banks on it, that is a relocate sensor for the T-Map. Highly recommend that on all of these applications. It helps reduce the chances of the cold air intake systems from throwing a low boost code or any other weird turbo related codes that are related directly towards that. Nothing else. If you have another system failure, of course you're going to get a code for it. But this has been the fix for that low boost code that you usually see after putting a cold air intake system on. So, Banks monster ram, there she is. I didn't install it, but please, somebody, everybody, if you have a Cummins, install one of them. And out the back door, for all you backdoor lovers out there, we've got the Banks big exhaust tailpipe kit. This is an SCR back kit. It does not eliminate any of the emissions control devices. This is literally from the SCR back. It's a flawless kit. It went on tight, it went on perfect, it's not rubbing anywhere, and it's a big exhaust, let me tell you what. And then you get that beautiful Banks tip on there. Sorry about the condensation buildup inside of the tip, but it is raining out here in Utah right now. And it looks really good too.
Golly, that's big.
I love it. Big
That 5?
in the back door. Yeah, that's 5. White guy. This is 5 inches.
Hey, what we got down here?
Down here we have the Banks rear diff cover. If you notice, it has like this, not squared off, but the protruding sides. What those do is they grab air as you're moving down the road, and it pushes air up across the face of that rear diff cover. Helps with the cooling and everything. And if you notice, you got the sight glass. Right below it, you have another little 1/4 inch plug. Actually, that's an 1/8 inch plug. Anyway, that's for if somebody's running a rear diff temperature sensor. That's where it plugs in. Then it also has a drain plug on it and a top mount fill plug, so you can stick one of the, you know, the quart size bottles directly in. You don't have to use a pump or anything like that.
Nice. So it kind of like scoops air.
Yeah, those just scoop air and redirect it right across the face. Now,
Nice.
if anybody knows anything about the Banks trans pan, oil pan, rear diff cover, all of that stuff, those fins that you see on the outside are a direct correlation to fins on the inside. What that does is it maximizes the surface area of the fins to convey the temperatures of the fluid from the internal fins directly to the external fins. A lot of the other pans that are aftermarket, the fins are offset and it doesn't translate smoothly to help get rid of the heat from the fluid. So Banks has definitely done their testing. Gail actually did a couple videos on where he made clear differential covers and ran them on a rack and sat there and watched the fluids. So also with the cooling, there's internal fins that redirect the fluid inside to put that fluid right back into the bearings and the gears where it needs to be to provide the proper lubrication and cooling effect. So in my opinion, and a lot of others' opinions, the Banks differential covers are the best on the market, hands down. There's a solid O-ring, it's not a cut O-ring, and it's not a gasket. It's a solid O-ring, it's an O-ring seal right against that differential housing. So, you've got the Banks Ram Air cold air intake. I did have a couple people comment that these things are really good for absorbing engine compartment temperatures and putting that right back into your engine. As its name is, it's a cold air intake, so whoever said that, you're wrong, buddy. A whole entire industry wouldn't be wrong and still marketing this stuff and selling it like hotcakes. So on the Ram Air intake, it actually takes the air directly from the front of the engine. Comes in through the grill, goes up through the diffuser and right back into the air filter. Proper maintenance on these is key to any air filter, whether it's a disposable or a cleanable. You got to make sure you keep those things cleaned, and whether they're an oiled or they are a non-oiled air filter element, you got to keep them clean. Now, if you want to talk about aesthetically, I like these ones because they are a sealed box, unlike some others who just have a metal barrier with a gasket across the top to seal against the hood. Those ones are not that great because they do take in a lot of the engine compartment heat and put that right back into your engine. You get a nice sealed box, takes the air directly from the front of the truck. I think these are the best ones on the market. Again, I'm partial to Banks. I love their products. They have never steered me wrong. They've never given me any problems. So check them out. You'll like them. After we get done with the exhaust, I know you guys want to hear what it sounds like. I was an idiot and didn't do it before and after on this truck. I just did an after. But in this video, we're going to give you this truck, which is after, and then we have a stock truck right next to it, and so we'll give you a stock sounding exhaust system too. So let me fire these up.
Has a deeper tone.
Got a nice deeper tone to it, and on a test drive it's even got a nicer deeper tone to it. So I'm not sure if it's going to get drony when you're towing. I kind of doubt it because it's still a side exit. If it was a straight back exit and it's bouncing off of whatever you're towing, yeah, you're going to get irritated by that, but I think this one's going to work out just fine still being a side exit.
Let's hear that intake now too. Oh, yeah.
It's not obnoxious like some of the other ones are.
That's a happy turbo too.
Oh, that's a very happy turbo. I can't wait until we get it talked into putting a fleece Cheeto on there.
Oh man.
That's gonna be nice. Then we'll put a 2-piece manifold on it just to get rid of that problematic piece of crap stock manifold. You know, there's several companies out there. I'm not gonna spill what we're gonna use on the two trucks out of Colorado, but they're gonna be really nice. It's a 2-piece design. They flow way better than the factory ones, and you don't have to worry about them contracting under the heat and cracking, breaking bolts and all that stuff. So, ready to hear the other one?
Okay, let's go.
Up a little bit.
All right, yeah, this truck's a little cold, so we're gonna let it warm up just for a few minutes.
Yeah, and you know, you can already tell the difference. This one's
Oh, it's quiet. Yeah, that has a deeper tone. This one's definitely quieter. Even the revs are a little bit slower too.
Yeah, that one's got the Banks boost tubes.
Oh,
Monster ram, so it's a little bit snappier.
okay.
The Commander, of course, as you know, in reverse and idle, it's stock. So you're not getting that snap out of the throttle when it's in reverse or park.
Nice. Let's do the intake. Oh yeah, there's a difference in the sound. It has a deeper tone with the Banks upgrades there.
Oh, it's breathing better.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's why we need to get rid of this factory exhaust manifold and go with a nicer turbo on there.
Oh yeah.
The engine, if you do the right things to the engine, they can handle to breathe a lot better. And I'm not talking about tuning. I'm not talking about deleting or any bypassing of emissions equipment. I'm talking about just merely improving the ability for your engine to breathe. You know, it's got a suck and it's got a fart. You increase the efficiency of both of those, they sound better, they perform better. Simple as that.